You don't think I know that? You don't think I know I'm fucking crazy? Look at my brain!
For Christ's sake, lady, now you can't. Heal me.
First, take a big step back and literally
Fuck your own face!
You doing too much, yeah, you doing too much. You doing too much, ayo, you doing too much. You doing too much, yeah, he doing too much. You doing too much, yeah, she doing too much. You doing too much when you should follow the basics. You doing too much for likes and hard-eyed faces. You doing too much being alive when you nameless. You doing too much. Fuck, is you famous? Playing ball, showing off. You doing too much. Acting hard in your car. You doing too much. Sniffing the biggest coke lines. You doing.
I do the XP and hit him with the breakdown. I'm hungry for this money, put your plate down. I'm a stand-up nigga, I don't lay down. I'm from the 413, this my playground. Ironic, I head up to leave you face down. Cause you dickheads is bitches from the waist down. No police involved, but this is shakedown. Go ahead and take over, this is takedown. They used to show me love, but they show hate now. They bandwagon riding on a Greyhound. Yeah, I smoke loud and she create sounds. They know I'm coming up, they on their way down. They know we from the south, but that ain't A-town. Whatever I do in my city, I do in A-town. Because some people real and some are fake now. But not me, B-Rabbit, I'm going 8 mile.
You know what? Fuck that. I bet you can go in there right now. I bet you can go in there and fucking make her day.
Who, her?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That girl looks like she's never fucking smiled in her entire fucking life.
Then that's your goal. That is your goal,
man.
What? You gotta go in there and make her smile. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And if you can't do that, then no one fucking can.
We just met, and she's asking what I make. Questions like, do you have a car? Do you have a place? Objectified, it's because of my race. Objectified, spot a look on my face. We just met, and she's asking what I make. Questions like, do you have a car? Do you have a place? Objectified, it's because of my race. Objectified, spot a look on my face. When we met, what you think she asked me first? You gonna take me out? What do you do for work? I felt objectified, like she gon' assume the worst. Like an occupation could define my worth. What if in a conversation, I asked what's up with the bird? Now we talking double standards. How you war with me? Go hand in hand like a couple's man. Little women be why I have trouble to man up. We just met, and she's asking what I make. Questions like, do you have a car? Do you have a place? Objectified, it's because of my race. Objectified, spot a look on my face. We just met, and she's asking what I make. Questions like, do you have a car? Do you have a place? Objectified, it's because of my race. Objectified, spot a look on my face. Yeah, I know what you think. It's kinda foul, ain't it? All this negative attention, I feel like the crowd favorite. Objectified, I'm just speaking on observations. We're worth a lot more than belongings and occupations. If you can't stimulate my mind, fuck a conversation. Don't ask me what I do unless it's your obligation. We need to speak and keep an open mind for at least a week. Nowadays, these bitches treating me like a piece of meat. Oh, you don't think they do? Nah, believer. You objectifying me too, you a crowd pleaser. You think I care where your ass and your butt went? God, no. It's not my job to be passing judgment. Fuck the fame, life's a bitch, tuck your chain. Chivalry don't exist cause bitches is running game. They take your number down like they already know your name. Then slide like a credit card and charge it to the game. Married to material without fault or shame. It's all psychology, the alter your brain. And make you question yourself, are you the same? Obviously not, I'm harboring the pain. I hear you, it's not hard to argue the blame. Word, they make you look crazy and call you insane. Labeling you as if you bought and paid. Discounts, you'll find out what it costs to save. We just met, and she's asking what I make. Questions like, do you have a car? Do you have a place? Objectified, it's because of my race. Objectified, spot a look on my face. We just met, and she's asking what I make. Questions like, do you have a car? Do you have a place? Objectified, it's because of my race. Objectified, spot a look on my face. In this world, not every girl has substance. The picture to chat is snap judgment. So off the wall, I thought I was in a crack town. There's levels to being a man, MagTow. So invest in you to become the cash cow. So set you up when you turn your back around.
My bitches. You saying you can't control your bitches? What I'm saying is they deserve any area they can control. Well, I respect your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already know, man. Live in the flesh. H to the 2 dot. Out here with my man Pac, man. Thug life and shit. Building.
What's good, my gimme that gang? I salute you. God bless you. I hope everything's doing good in your life. Don't let the BS stress you. What's hood tonight? Yeah. I'm here chilling with LIQUID, H2O in the background.
Ow.
And of course, we always with the legendary Tupac. You know what I'm saying? What's good, homie? You already know what's up. We about to lay the smack down on them, let them know what's really good. Gotta break it down, the science, just like how you broke down Thug Life to let them know the science. So we about to let you know. Alright. This song is called Objectified. Yes, this is the breakdown. I am Explicit the Analyst. And this show today, we gonna look at it from a man's perspective and show you that it's time to look at it in a different way. Speak up for the men, because I don't think there's many men who got in the way and spoke for us. Not much. But anywho, I digress. So, it's a double standard. It's really big and it needs to be addressed, and it is what it is. So, let's talk about it. Alright.
You know what I mean? It's the breakdown, B.
So, Liquid, I would like to ask you, can you please, sir, break down your definition and your meaning of the chorus with Explicit the Analyst?
Well, this specific song and this chorus came about. We was having a deep conversation one day, you know, and the era and the time of days we live in now, things are sort of reversed, man. There's a lot of things going on right now, man, that to the untrained eye is not being spoken about. And I feel like that time that we're living in now, the guys, man, the men out here actually being objectified a lot more than the women. You know what I mean? And for those of y'all that don't understand where I'm going with this, hear me out. Women were under the notion, under the impression that back in the day, all men used to look at them for was to sleep with them and shit like that or whatnot. And majority of the cases, I'm not gonna sit there and speak for everybody, but it's back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Obviously you got people that want to, and obviously you got people that want more. This obviously is the type of song that falls under the category of the people that take advantage. The ones that pretty much are doing the shit that they claim they don't like. So, this chorus, my half of the chorus, it started off and I said, we just met and she's asking me what I make. Questions like, do you have a car? Do you have a place? Objectified. Point blank period. Right? When you're trying to get to know a female and shit like that, or whatever the circumstances may be, a majority of the time conversations are going to take place where questions are going to be asked, and 9 out of 10 times these females are going to hit you with these questions off rip. They're going to ask you, if you tell them you work, they're going to ask you, where do you work? Then they're going to ask you, do you have your LI? Do you have a car? Do you drive? Now, to the untrained eye, the untrained ear, some people not really going to think much on it. But women have become evolved nowadays to a point where they know how to distinguish exactly what it is that you have to offer and put on the table before they even fuck with you. So they have these questions in place to determine whether or not they feel it's worth it. Now, after that, they usually ask where you live, shit like that. Now, anybody that's down to earth and been through shit in life is gonna know that shit fluctuates, man. You could be here one minute, the next minute you could be somewhere else. Just the way life works, you know? So to ask somebody where they live and shit on preconceived notions or judgments and shit waiting in the wings, it's not really the ideal situation to be in.
It's equivalent to looking at your titties and your ass.
You heard my nigga, you know what I'm saying? You heard my nigga. Alright, at the end of the day.
You wanna judge me if I got a job and this and that, like that states my value. That's the same thing as a man looking at you as your value, how much value you have depending on your tits and ass.
Alright, basically, to sum it all up, alright, y'all don't like men looking at y'all for y'all bodies and y'all features and shit. Standard. And it's a double standard because guess what? We don't like being prodded or interrogated about how we make a living.
Or judged by
any circumstances we happen to find ourselves in at that current point in time, because nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary.
And it doesn't define who you are.
Exactly.
Depending on your situation, whatever it might be.
Well, I'm gonna start with the intro. When looking for the intro for this one, it wasn't that hard. I love to do intros and outros, so you know what I mean. Sometimes it's hard because like I want to be specific. I want to make sure that the intro really correlates with the rest of the song. You know, it all meshes well.
Facts.
And brings out the message that I'm trying to give and the substance of the song. So basically, I didn't have to work that hard for this one. I just instantly thought of the movie Magic Mike because of a male stripper is like the most objectified. In a sense of similar comparison towards everyday man. But look at the objective at the male stripper. Look at their objective. I mean, if you listen to the intro, the man wants to make a woman's day. Yes, it's about the money, but overall, maybe it's a really good feeling to know you made someone's night or week better. You know what I'm saying? But I'm off that. Just wanted to throw that in there real quick. You know what I'm saying? Objectified because of my race. My whole life, I've been looked at the same by simple people who judge by looks. My whole life. Then in their eyes, I fall into the stereotypes that's already like planted in their head. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing I got more layers than the ground floor. You know what I'm saying?
The way society look at shit, you know what I mean?
The ocean ground floor. It's deep over here.
Shit crazy.
Yeah, man, that's the way this shit's fucked up. Anyways, then I say objectify just by the look of my face. So back to how I look, but also in the aspect of I look like a player or someone who lies or a creep, whatever the fuck. I've heard it all. My whole life. So constantly being objectified with no regard of my feelings can turn a man's heart cold. You know what I'm saying? It takes a real woman to warm his heart again. You know what I'm saying? It takes a real woman to warm his heart again. When a man is constantly in a certain state of mind, and he's gonna turn cold. You know what I mean? When you're constantly being objectified and looked at a certain way, you're just like, damn, is there anybody different? Is there anybody out there who looks at things different, or does everybody just look at things the same? It starts to wear and tear on the heart a little bit, like that sound effect.
Straight shutdown.
Like the heart. That's what the heart does. I don't know if it picked it up or not. I hope it did, because it was right on time. Alright. When we, alright, now let's get to the verse. Now let's get to the first verse, which is, when we met, what you think she asked me first? You gonna take me out? What do you do for work? Alright. It's a constant vicious cycle where people are not communicating. Because we live in a world where everyone's like wants are at arm's reach and nothing but options. It limits the actual getting to know process and jumps straight into the materialistic world where it's about what do you have, what can you do for me. When naturally when a woman look at a man, it's usually like, that's like the first thing. When a woman's looking at you, if she's gonna see herself with you, the first thing that pops in my mind, what can he provide for me? What can he do for me? That's just the woman's instinct. Even if she doesn't want to think like that, it still flies by her mind.
Whether y'all admit to this shit or not, this happens.
It's just it's
both ways.
It's a natural instinct.
It happens.
Some men are probably like that. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Money.
Yeah, we not, but
money's not heavy on my heart or my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a I already know. Like I've learned so much in life, and I've known like rich people who are very successful and they get anything they want, probably get most women they want, and all that, and they still a miserable soul. So what's that tell you? He got everything he want, and he got money to do whatever he want. He go travel, do whatever he want. He's still a miserable soul. That's because money in the end can never ever buy fucking happiness. Because it's not about money. Facts. Money is not what life is about. Facts. And if you surround your life around that value, you will never be happy in this life. You will die unsatisfied. You'll be on your deathbed wanting to gasp for that last breath because you still want to live because you didn't live up to your potential. So anyways, so like I'm saying, naturally when women look at a man, if it's for the long run or not, the brain instantly goes to, can this guy provide for me? What does he have? What does it benefit me? Very rarely will you come across a genuine soul. Sad but true. So I start off this because I feel objectified within the first 3 minutes of conversating, and when I'm trying to vibe with you and shit like that, I prefer the vibe. Like, let's vibe, let's kick it, let's laugh and giggle, whatever. Let's vibe. I hate women who jump. This is the materialistic mind. The women who jump straight to the 21 interrogation questions. You know what I'm saying? Which kills the whole vibe. It just kills the whole mood. Because now you know where her head is at. It's not natural. And now it's an interview. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a fucking interview. Now it's like, I'm not even feeling you at this point. It's like, why even continue? You know what I'm saying? So, third, how you all with me? Go hand in hand like a couple's manner. Little women. Hold on, did I skip? Oh, no, I skipped. I feel objectified. Like she gonna assume the worst. Like an occupy. I love this part. I feel objectified. Like she assumed the worst. Like an occupation can define my worth. What if in the conversation I ask what's up with the bird? Now we talking double standards. You know what I'm saying?
What's good for one is good for the other.
Can't be mad if I'm objectifying you
for objectifying him
sexually. If you're gonna automatically objectify me and ask me what do I do for work, do I have a car, this other shit. Anyways, that's objectifying, because you trying to figure out on my worth as if that clarifies my worth. You know what I'm saying? Or defines my worth. I feel no women in this generation will ever truly get to know me for all my life. Females always assume the worst of me. My entire fucking life, females have assumed the worst of me.
Just another day in the life of...
I think the woman that I'll probably end up truly like go bonkers for is the first woman who doesn't think like that. Like the first woman I run into who doesn't have... Yo, I might just lose my mind. Like, yo, shorty, you a bad one. Anyways, So yeah, I've worked many jobs, and it doesn't matter where I work or how I get paid. It doesn't describe or say what kind of man I am. That's retarded thinking. That's slow people right there. Like, you don't know. That's people who, when they get a book, they look at the cover, then they look at the back and read the synopsis and think they understand everything. They didn't open the shit. They didn't read through the pages. They didn't get deep into it. They didn't invest in getting to know the characters or understanding the story. They just jumped ship and just wanted to know it all without doing any work, without realizing, you know what I mean? Let me not get deep with it. But basically, go ahead, you want to say something?
Nah, I was gonna say, because you know what I'm saying, the analogy of it being a book, man, I'm an asshole, man, because sometimes when I read,
I was gonna get crazy with it.
When I read books and shit, like if I read the back and I'm not feeling what the story sounds like, I might put this shit back on the shelf myself. So I can't knock them for that shit. But y'all understand where my man coming from. I could be funny because.
But books are like movies, though.
They are.
You cannot judge a movie just by the cover of the movie. Because there's been movies that are really good that people thought were gonna be shit, but I gave chance to movies that people thought were gonna be shit, and then people like were a little late, but they finally be like, oh, that movie's actually the shit.
The double-edged sword is the perspective of which they're coming across or presenting it to you.
I understand presentation is everything. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand that aspect. I definitely do.
But because like
people have to take into account that everybody has good and bad days. You have to take into account, what if I'm meeting the love of my life on his bad day? So that's where it goes into the right person. Because if it's the right person and they fuck with you on your bad day, you might have met your match. Because if they see you on your worst day, you can't. I mean, what else can you show for them to be turned off or not even fuck with you? If they fuck with you on your bad day, all right.
But you're getting to a point though, because like at the end of the day, it's all about the vibe. It's not so much. See, we're gonna get this straight real quick. It's not so much the questions that's being asked that bother us. It's the manner of which you go about asking.
Life is all
questions.
about the approach.
It's the vibe. It's the energy.
All about the approach.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell when someone's being genuine and asking you sincerely because
like
they want to know, like they're interested.
Right.
And then you can tell when someone's prodding, like they're trying to be like, all right, what you got? Like you said earlier,
right.
What you have on the table? What are you bringing to the table?
Making a list and checking it twice.
Yeah.
So, to piggyback off that, I'm diversified and I'm not to be put in a small box. So when that happens, I rebel. And then you get the worst of me. And then
facts.
If you're a type of woman that can't handle a real man who is expressive and who's not scared to speak his mind, then you definitely a weak woman and you probably got a man who you can control. Because only real woman who's gonna be able to be with a man that they can actually marry and stay with for life is you with a man who is comfortable enough to speak everything that he needs to speak to you. Because if he feels scared, like he doesn't want, because he wants to avoid conflict and shit like that, you created the atmosphere to where it's like that. And it's also his fault too. It's not just the woman's fault. It's his weak ass fault for not being a man and standing up and empowering himself and speaking his piece. Being scared of a woman. Why are you scared of a woman? Motherfuckers is dying out here every day, B. Don't be scared of a fucking chick, my dude. Like, just, come on, man.
And the same thing for y'all females. Don't be scared of no man either. Y'all can speak y'all mind and shit,
right.
But at the same time...
And if you are scared of a man, and if to the point where you feel like your life be in danger, then you shouldn't be around that person, period. Right, get yourself out of the situation. Both ways, period. Point fucking blank.
With that being said, to go into the verse, my first bars of the verse start as such. I said, yeah, I know what you think. It's kind of foul, ain't it? All this negative attention, I feel like the crowd favorite. Objectified. These two bars going in, based on the song, is coming in off the hook. So you're making your assumptions off of how the hook is sounding. You're like, yo, where they going with this? And I feel like I understand what you're thinking, because when you listen to this song, you like, they about to try to justify some shit. Well, you couldn't be further from the truth. Thus, me saying, yeah, I know what you think. It's kind of foul, ain't it? Yeah, it's fucked up. We're all being objectified in some sort of way. All this negative attention, I feel like the crowd favorite. When you're at the top of your game and everybody love you and shit, you know, a lot of people want to see you succeed. There's just as many people that want to see you fail. You know, so that positive energy also comes with a negative energy. It's something that basically people that are at the top of their game, or a person that people love, ends up having to go through behind this shit. I'm just speaking on observations. We're worth a lot more than belongings and occupations. I'm speaking on everything that I've seen and everything I've experienced coming up, and enough for me to know my worth and to value myself, have some self-respect, have some dignity. You know what I mean? I'm worth a lot more than materialistic gains. You know, there are a lot of people out there that get by just off of having money. They don't have to have a personality because they have money. Well, at the end of the day, a lot of the people that you miss out on are because you make these assumptions and you draw conclusions to things that you have no business doing without knowing the full capacity of things. Everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a book to read. You know, depends on your comprehension. If you can't stimulate my mind, fuck a conversation and don't ask me what I do unless it's your obligation. Shit. You can look good all you want, but if you don't stimulate me mentally, I can't hold a conversation with you and shit. We can't share a few words and shit, and I can't see you eye to eye on a different level other than physically or temptation, then you got to be the devil. I mean, I can't fuck with you. And basically, at that point, I'm already looking at it like, all right, well, and you're asking me questions, and I already see what type of person you are. You know, don't ask me what I do unless it's your obligation. You not my girl. You not nothing to be asking me no type of questions and prodding into my life.
It's like the interview with the vampire.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to know about this life. You don't want this life.
Yo, son.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't want this life, why you coming for it? You know what I mean?
My bad.
Don't put yourself in front of it if you don't want it. You know what I mean? There's a pure form to everything. And right now, this song is in rare form. So
we pointing out something that nobody has balls to point out. We real men over here.
That's right. We touching base on something people don't speak on. So crucify us, do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, we're gonna keep it a fucking stack. Alright? We need to speak and keep an open mind for at least a week. Cause nowadays, these bitches treating me like a piece of meat. That shit's self-explanatory. Like, if we gonna do this, you're gonna have to keep an open mind, because
we need to have this conversation.
Facts. There's levels and shit, and everybody's been through things, you know, and simply put, you can't simplify complicated shit. All right? That takes time and dedication. So if you don't have the time, the dedication, nor the patience to actually get to know a good person, don't waste my time. We need to speak. Give it a good amount of time to at least get to know one another. Because nowadays, these bitches treating me like a piece of meat.
So give it at least a week.
Facts. Shorties are quicker to hop on men than men are to hop on shorties now. Women, men, there's a lot on both sides that are all about the fuckery. Then there's a lot on both sides that get caught in the crossfire. pretty much.
But there's a four realm because you have women and then you have little girls. You know what I mean? Then you got grown children. You know, older women that act like children, act like teenagers still. There's a lot of realms. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Well, I'm in that realm. I'm in the realm that they got me in. I'm feeling like it's the nether realm and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but Mortal Kombat.
Not another.
Not
in another realm.
Alright. Basically, with that, it's like a shorty knows what they want to do with you within the first 5 minutes of meeting you and shit like that. It's just that they like to play a game about it. You know what I mean? Anyway, on to the next bars. Oh, you don't think they do? Non-believer? You objectifying me too. You a crowd pleaser. So when I said that about the piece of meat thing, see, a lot of people will try to overlook it or downplay it like, man, ain't nobody showing nobody love or nothing like that. All right, so you doubting what I'm telling you. You don't think that what I'm telling you, that men can be objectified. You don't think that that's the truth. All right, then, so if you don't believe that, you're a non-believer. And you're objectifying me too. You're a crowd pleaser. You're only going against me to make other people that are opposed to my opinion
feel better,
and not only feel better but also gain leverage with them,
right,
for your own ulterior motives.
It's like the weaker choice so you can appease the people that you're trying to get in with.
And it's it's sort of a manipulation in a sense too, because
life is like a popularity contest. Like, you want to be real about it.
Nah, facts. And as long as I'm popular with God, I don't give a fuck.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Preach, brother.
On to the next. You know what I mean? You think I care where your ass or your butt went? God no. It's not my job to be passing judgment. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't care about none of that shit. If you're a good person and you know how to talk and you carry yourself with respect, then that's what you will receive. If you carry yourself with dignity and value yourself and have morals and principles, people will identify with that with you and treat you as such. Basically, that's not my concern. God no. It's not my job to be passing judgment. That's his job. He's the one that judges. And at the same time, the bar is passing judgment. Shorty walking by you looking good and shit like that, and you looking at her for her frame and whatnot like that. Well, guess what? That's not what I'm here for. That's passing judgment. One way or another. You weigh it out. You know? Fuck the fame. Life's a bitch. Tuck your chain. Chivalry don't exist because bitches is running game. I'm at a loss for words. Like this, like he said, it's a popularity contest and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about the fame. I don't give a fuck about the spotlight or none of that shit. What it is that I give a fuck about is making sure my family's straight at the end of the day. You know, everybody that I love, I'm trying to put myself in a position where I can help them out. Life's a bitch. Tuck your chain. You don't ever want to show people what you got.
In a position of power.
You know what I mean? Because people will take advantage of that. Much less nowadays if a shorty or a woman sees that you paying like you weigh, so to speak, you know, they definitely gonna take advantage and they're gonna run game to get whatever they can out of you. So basically from there it goes, they take your number down like they already know your name, then slide like a credit card and charge it to the game. They act like they know what's up without knowing what's up. They just assume shit. And then after they get what they want, they slide on you like a credit card and charge it to the game. They don't think that they're wrong about doing what they're doing at all because a female is a female. They feel like they got to do what they got to do to survive and shit, and however they're going to get it is how they're going to get it, and if you're not giving it to them, then you can't judge. or you can't feel no type of way about it. Charge it to the game.
Alright, so let me get into the back and forth with me and Liquid, our verses when we're going back and forth. So I started off the vibe of his verse, and I say, married to material, without fault or shame. Ah! So, a lot of females marry for the wrong reason, and which is why there's millions of unsatisfied women divorced, and they have half or all of man's belongings, or soul even.
But don't overlook it and think that it's solely about being married. It also has to do with the fact that they're stuck on certain ideologies that they can't let go of.
Stop looking at men like a fucking lottery ticket.
Like a way out.
And you might find love. But these types that were because it's not all women. We talking about a specific type. I mean,
certain percentages.
This percentage is pretty deep though right now in this decade. Like it's getting deep. Like I don't know if it's because for the love of hip hop and all these fucking reality shows and the presentation that these women are giving. I feel like a lot of these women are imitating them, and it's creating an ugly scene. Because women gotta understand, you are not them. Why are you trying to live the life that you're not even living? Anyways, I'm not gonna get started. I'm jumping off shit. But these type of materialistic women, they only marry you for materialistic gain, and have no shame, and they feel they're not at fault for the dynamic of the relationships. So I just find that crazy. It's like you create this atmosphere, and then you wonder what becomes of it. And it's just like, you should know.
What's gonna transpire or come about.
For it's a constant reoccurrence in everyday fucking life.
It's psychology that alter your brain. Now this started as a back and forth between me and XP right here. This is one of my back and forth bars. It's all psychology that alter your brain, playing mind games with you and shit like that, to the point where now you're questioning your own ethic, your own morals, your own value. Like, are you even wrong? Like, you're questioning yourself if you're wrong or not, knowing damn well you're not. But the way they're handling things and the mind games they're playing got you thinking otherwise.
So anyways, and then I said, it make you question yourself. Are you the same?
Shit change you, yo.
Some females can change a man completely though, and it's sad.
And we've all been through it at one point or another.
Yo,
whether it was a good change or a bad change.
For funny and metaphoric reasons, Caitlyn Jenner. Tell me I'm lying. Son, we all seen it before your eyes in the show. Yo, right before your eyes. I mean, right in front of, we seen she was a materialistic woman, right? And she turned that man into a woman. Cause I mean, he completely questioned himself.
She broke that man.
He was questioning himself. You could see him question himself during some of the episodes and shit. Like, yo, you could see it in his face. Cause like the way she was dethroning him was just crazy in the household. The way she was just like,
he allowed it.
He allowed it because of position of power, because of money. They let money be the ruler of their decisions, which is marrying for the wrong reasons, which goes back to married to material. You mean when you're married to material, I mean there's no fault or shame. Like I said, there's no fault because you allowed it. Like you said, you allowed it. There's no fault in that if you allow it. And therefore, you know what I mean? That shit is shameful. But anyways,
if you build a house made out of money, once you don't have no more money, you cannot maintain that house. You better hope you got something real to keep it together. You know what I'm saying?
Like Cuban just said, the swamp. You can't build a strong foundation on a swamp. Ah! Anyway,
Hottest bar of all 3 rounds he had. Now the next single bar that I got from the back and forth, I say, obviously not. I'm harboring the pain. Self-explanatory. When you're going through situations like that, it's hard to speak on it and shit, man, because it's troublesome and it's definitely
women don't realize how much men do be affected by things because we're better at hiding it.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it shows.
We don't speak on it as much.
Right.
But when we do speak on it, we speak passionately.
Women
You know what I'm
eternalize
saying?
things more. But what I mean is, like, women think men are really cold-hearted. Like, they really
And we're
think,
not.
they really think we're
they
cold-hearted.
think we're cold-hearted, but we're not.
I don't know why they got this assumption.
We cold-hearted with the world. It's not with them. It's with the
they
world.
don't realize how much how much we're under attack in the world. Like, especially when the feminism movement started.
Mm-hmm.
Like, men was under attack like no other. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my bad. Go ahead. Speak your piece, go ahead.
Yeah, but basically, that's what it boils down to. I mean, you know, there's so much shit you got to deal with, man, and it's just it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
So, I hear you. It's not hard to argue the blame. Men can be suckers for women. Men can very easily be suckers for women.
But it's easy to point the finger back and forth. It's easy. It's easy to blame somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, when you've been cheated out of everything in life, it's not hard to point fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not.
It's not.
It's definitely not.
It's not hard. Yeah, so basically, yeah, like, I don't even gotta break it down. We basically just said it right there. I hear you. It's not hard to argue the blame. There you go.
Word that make you look crazy and call you insane. They'll fuck with your head to the point where everybody looking at you like you going nuts, like something wrong with you or some shit like that. When in actual fact, when you are down to earth soul and you are empathetic and you can identify with people, then obviously you're gonna search things out. You know, you're gonna look for answers and shit like that. So certain people would deny you that because they know knowledge is power, thus making you look crazy, and then they call you insane. Like, people always want to talk about what they see you do, but they don't want to talk about what made you do it.
Next line, labeling you as if you bought and paid. Labeling you, alright, bar meaning, you know what I'm saying? When you're a product or you're bought and paid, you know, man, Sony, whatever you are, if you're a brand, whatever, and you're bought and paid, you know, you're a label. And people label you like, oh, that's Sony, that's the best shit. Oh, you got Pioneer, like, you know, people like, what is the better product? Labeling you as if you bought and paid, and I mean that in the meaning in the bar. What I meant was, people are so quick to put that label on, like back to the judging the book by its cover. How you present yourself is how people label you off the bat, like right off the rip. Like if you belong to that label that they're labeling you in. So, like, let's say you see a white boy dressed in baggy pants, you already gonna call him a wigger, and you're gonna associate him with wiggers. For all you know, he could probably be the biggest hipster or something else, or gothic, and he could be just like whatever, anything else, a cowboy, anything. But you wouldn't fucking know that because you're labeling the person off presentation, off the product. You know what I mean? Because when you got something on the shelf, you see it as is, as the product. So labeling you as if you bought and paid. Alright.
So don't assume that niggas don't give a fuck about themselves enough. Man, listen, we made of flesh. We not made of sneaker material. I will not sell my soul.
Bars!
Bars! Get it right.
Or don't get it at all. Alright, so...
And my last line, this counts you'll find out what it costs to save.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. That's just a play on words, as is most of my verse. It's a play on words. Discounts, you'll find out what it costs to save. You know, obviously when there's discounts and shit, you can save money and stuff like that. But at the same time, on this subject, this counts. Like, take note what I'm saying. This shit counts. Don't think it don't.
A man's feelings count.
A man's feelings count. You know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't be so easily discarded.
And if you are going to discard that, you're going to find out what it costs to save. You want to play Captain Save-A-Ho? If you want to play the games that these chicks is going to play with you, then you're going to feel the pain that comes in is associated with that. You're going to find out what it costs to save.
And you can charge that to the game.
Charge that to the game. This is my breakdown of what it means when a man is objectified by a woman.
Objectified.
Signing off.
Alright, so now we're down to the last verse. I know this is long. I'm sorry, folks. There's a lot to break down. Hold it down. Give me that, gang. Ow.
Ow.
The Craftsman. Everything's well crafted. Alright. In this world, not every girl has substance. The picture to chat is snap judgments. Woo! That line is fire. I have so much to say to break that down, but I don't want to hold you. So I'm just going to try to give it the smallest breakdown I can. Alright. Some girls just ain't that deep. And never will be. Bar meaning, Snapchat, pictures to chat, off a snap of a picture, you are judged. What I meant, nowadays there is no conversation, just interest. And like a picture with 1,000 words, none of those words stand on any ground if they don't truly understand what they're looking at. So let me say that again, because I think that's deep. I need to say that again.
Fix your motherfucking perspective. Change the way you look at things.
Nowadays, there is no conversation, just interest. And like a picture with 1,000 words, none of those words have any merit or stand on any ground if you don't truly understand what you are looking at. Just keep that in mind. I had to repeat, I had to bring it back. Because I don't think y'all heard me. Anyways, so off the wall, I thought it was in a crack town. Movie Life is Hot in Cracktown is one of the most fucked up movies I ever saw in my life. How you start the movie off with a girl getting raped by 3 dudes? I mean, that's a fucked up movie. And dude set her up. Like, he brought her to the desto. Like, that shit crazy.
That shit's fucked up.
Shit crazy. You never heard that movie, huh?
No.
It's with Diana Ross's kid, Evan Ross. It's a fucked up movie. And it's off the wall. So, like, basically, I feel like I'm in a shitty, ugly environment. You know what I mean? It's disgusting.
Pretty outlandish.
It's disgusting. The constant objective of me being objectified. It's disgusting.
It's sickening. Yeah, it's sickening. It's hard to watch. It's hard.
It gets to a point. You know what I'm saying? When you get older, it just gets to a fucking point. So, the last 2 bars. Here we go. She'll invest in you to become the cash cow.
There's levels to being a man.
Oh, did I skip that?
Yeah, you skipped that bar right there.
You know what? My man is right. I totally skipped that bar. Verse the car. Let me go back. He knows my verse better than me. All right.
That's what friends do.
You know what I'm saying? Look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Pac, why you ain't say nothing? The fuck wrong, man? Man, ain't supposed to let me know when I'm slipping.
I hit him up.
I hit him up. Yeah, he hit me up. He tried to tell me. I just wasn't. You know what I mean, it's probably me. You know, sometimes I be hard headed and I don't be hearing shit. I just need, you know what I mean? Just need somebody to hit me up.
He said you must have not found his letter.
Letter to my unborn child. I knew where he was going with it. So peep it. Like he said, let me go back and revert because I missed some shit. I said, there's levels to being a man. MGTOW. If you're not familiar with MGTOW, this is too much of a long of a breakdown for me to break this down. This is like a whole nother blog for me to break down MGTOW. Like this is a movement. Like this is a movement to combat the feminism movement. Con permiso.
The feminist part.
Feminist part, yeah, it's to combat that. But it's not only to combat it, it's to like overall look at the matter. If you really like read it with an open mind. Alright. Basically go check MGTOW in Wikipedia. It's spelled MGTOW. And see how there's many levels to being a man. Yo, it has so many levels. Yo, you laugh, but yo, you go and read it. And it says the realest shit you ever read in life. Yo, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I don't agree with all the aspects, but yo, it's on the money, 90% of that shit. The other 10%, I feel like maybe it's small dick motherfuckers and they mad and shit. And they ain't getting pussy. Maybe I feel like that's a small percentage and shit. That's the vibe I'm getting from some of the research on the MGTOW movement. But a lot of it has strong ground. And it's about, you know, just everything you see on the TV. All the advertisements and movies and the objective by Hollywood and the programming of the minds and controlling how the way people think.
Reconditioning.
It's deeper than you think, and it's really not all about, you know what I'm saying, what people think. People are quick to judge. If you sit there and actually read it, you'll understand that it's deep. There's levels to this. I feel like I want to attach that to the truth movement. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some truths in there. It's a part of truths, and it makes you realize that the all-seeing eye has got you more fooled and wooled over your eyes than you realize. Anyways, so go check that out, MGTOW, and read that shit. Inform the brain. But like I said, I don't agree with everything. I'm just saying 90% of that shit is correcto. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about.
Not
nutter. We bringing a not nutter back. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it. Come on with it. Where's the powder? Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ah! Get pimp smack in this bitch. Hey yo. I can knock this shit in my eye.
Funny as shit.
It looks, see, that's what my man for, you know what I'm saying? Hey yo. So last rhyme, here we go, let's end the shit. She'll invest in you to become the cash cow. Some women will support you in everything you do. If she
feel you're worth it.
Yeah, if she sees you're a money maker, my guy, she trying to cash in.
Right.
My guy.
Right. So there's some that will accept you for whatever position you're in if they have vested interests and similar goals or objectives in mind.
Right.
So they still fall into the category of objectifying still.
Preach. Mm-hmm. We'll go to the next line. She'll set you up when you turn your back around.
Self-explanatory.
It is, but I'm still gonna break the shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the breakdown. You know what?
I'm on my own shit. I'm one of God's children. If I'm lost, I find my own way. I keep trying to tell people I'm good. Yeah, I'm okay. They praying on my downfall, but I'm like, no way. I can't be around you. I ride my own way. I ride my own way.
I rock my own wave, motherfucker.
I ride my own way. I ride my own way. I ride my own way. Wave. I rock my own wave.
I rock my own
But
wave.
I don't think they understand because I'm talking from my old years. I got bad homies, so I'm pouring out some rose. And bitches adventurous, so I'm exploring them the whole day. My name Gerardo, not Jose. Got the juice without OJ. Listen, boy, I'm that hombre. I stay twisted like cornbread.
So that's Liquid H20 shout out. So I didn't even finish the bar. So basically, she'll set you up when you turn your back around. Watch your back, in other words. Never sleep on a woman. Just when you sleep, she'll put you 6 feet.
And she gonna be one way in front of you and another way behind your back.
Got fucking baby powder in my fucking face. Anyways, let me sign out this bitch. Let me not be rude. Let me come back. Let me not be rude. That was rude. My fault. I just ran off on y'all like nothing. Like a bat out of hell. So I'm gonna go wash my eye. Check it out. God bless you. Thank you for watching. I hope I entertained you a little bit in this one. That's what I'm here to do. I just want to put a smile on your face. There's too much negativity in this world. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
And how my man XP be saying it, Keanu be.
Basically, be easy. You know what I'm saying? Keep it breezy. Alright, salute, chequeamos, cuídate, Keanu. We out this bitch.